As a video production company, we use AI to create video, and this is how it came out. So what you're about to see is a video creation that we did using Luma AI. Now Luma AI is a brand new AI video creation software. They marketed this thing to, or the vision of this company is to make full motion pictures using nothing but AI. The pieces look very, very polished from their marketing promotion. So we said, let's get in there and let's dig in and let's try to create something. And so the idea came to us just like that. It was a very, very simple concept. Since we were testing AI, we just said, let's do man versus machine. And so the idea was to take a dapper gentleman, 40 style casino environment and play 3 games with a robot. It was going to be a drinking game to hook somebody in, drinking contest, a craps table game, and then a poker game. And so let's take a look at what we created, then I'll give my final thoughts on what happened. So as you can see, it did not come out too good, and that's on the front end, right, if you're looking at it. And this thing could have been shot very, very well in person. Let's talk about visuals. Visuals, I think, missed the mark 100%. I mean, it just looks still like an AI-generated video. It doesn't work well with full creation, because I was looking at the marketing promotion that Luma put out there, and it looks phenomenal, but they were using existing real-life people, right? Or it just looked really dreamy, kind of AI, you know, animated. It looked more on the animated side, not the real life side. So the real life stuff had to take inspiration from something that was already existing. And I think a lot of AI softwares operate like that. If it's out there and it's created, they can copy that and create with that. But if it's something where it's, hey, I got an idea and I want to use AI like how you should use AI, where you can just put in some prompts, like feed it with the right context, and then give it the prompt to actually deliver something great. That's how fast it should be, and it should come out as a final product that you can actually, you know, use in the marketplace. I don't think that's the case at all with this thing. It wasn't our experience at all. We had to do a lot of revisions, a lot of like the shot list that we came up with was totally different. Like you'll notice on the crap shoot, the idea was to move hover the turf of the actual table as the dice whiz by, and then pan up, pan up to the guy and his reaction and his winning, and then the robot just kind of hangs its head. It didn't get any of that. It used we were struggling with having the dice. You know, there were multiple dice. Dice were flipping behind the guy. Like it was just a mess. And so the amount of time that it takes to actually create, because we didn't borrow from something outside that was already real, it was just a mess. And it took a lot of prompts, a lot of revisions, a lot of the, you know, over and over and over again. So visually, that's what happened. Again, like another thing was taking character from scene to scene. It didn't go well. So not only it didn't follow the camera movements that we wanted, but the ideas that we teed it up with, but the characters from scene to scene looked a little different. I mean, even the robot was supposed to be a robot with code moving down his face, all right? A full body RoboCop kind of machine with the face being moving code. And it gave us one shot of that, but it didn't carry over from scene to scene to scene. So we ended up scrapping it and just using what they gave. And this took a few days to create. It wasn't just like, let's just play with it and see. It just, you know, we kind of try to make it work. We try to make a really good AI video, and it just didn't happen. So visually, it doesn't work well. So we have seen AI video work very, very well, but with a crutch. Like if you just created something out of thin air like we just did with this one, or attempted to do, it works well with animation behind it. So we've seen some really, really great pieces work that way, where you kind of tee up the AI and create something. Let's say, I don't know, an animal. And we can take that animal, the AI generated animal, and then we can go ahead and render it and then move it around. So it works well that way, so where we can control with animations. I've seen AI video play out well with that. I've also seen just short clips of AI where it's not really telling a story. It's just a quick little punchy thing. And I think AI works very, very well for vertical formats where it's more playtime, right? Social media is not a place where high value production really lands well or really should go, aside from, you know, basic staples, right? But I think the volume that you need on social media every day, I think AI plays a very, you know, important role in that, because you can just turn content over and it's playful and it's not really real, and you can just have fun with it in that sense. It does work well, but it needs a crutch. The last thing I'll say about this is that it just sends the wrong message, right? It's not any, I'm not just talking about video, but any creation, right? If it's music, if it's scripts, if it's script writing, it's any kind of creation. You want to, it's very right-brained, right? It comes from a place of genius, it comes from a place of human, it comes from a place of experience. AI cannot replicate what a human being can experience. Therefore, it lacks the actual creation and that improv that comes with actually creating videos. So you're not really gonna get that. And I think it comes off very, very stuffy for a brand if you lean on AI. Because for me, when I look at AI video, and I look at a company, especially a mid-market company, and when they put out AI, it just tells me they really don't give a shit about how you feel about the video. They don't care how you feel about the video. They just wanted to put something in your face. I feel like it almost talks to me like a child. I've seen a Super Bowl commercial where Coca-Cola did it all AI. And I'm like, I feel like a kid. I feel like a child, like you're trying to talk to me like a child. So I think for me, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And we don't want to replicate that for our clients. I think, again, you're missing the mark, right? If you try to create with AI and use like AI in video, I think it's good for elements, but not for full-on creation. Like, there's no way it can replicate. It has to take inspiration from somewhere. There's no way it can reenact a human being and that experience and that creativity from a right-brained individual or a team. So I think that it doesn't do it justice when you create that, and it sends the wrong message as a brand. So I always advise against it. Now, like I said, video works, or AI could have a nice place for vertical videos. If you do social media, I think it's great for quick little grab and goes, especially if you're e-commerce and you have a younger demographic. I think that's perfect. I think they're kind of accustomed to seeing AI at this point. I just think they kind of want to just be numb behind a screen. It doesn't matter to them. If you're in a, you know, older demographic, late 30s, maybe mid 30s, 40s, or even mature late 20s, I think that you need that human touch, right? The human interaction. So on top of creating this thing and fumbling around with the different prompts and the scripts and all kinds of different stuff like that, and having just bad work after bad work, trying to create something that we have in our head and it came across in 2 seconds. And if we had been in the studio, we could knock this out fairly simple. It just didn't land well at all, and it just doesn't land well for us. Not to say that there's not a place for AI. There is a place for AI. But when you create video, you have to know what you're doing. You have to create a piece of asset. It's not just a video to grab, you know, eyeballs. I'm trying to move people towards doing business through video, or I'm trying to move engagement within employee culture in my business, or I'm trying to increase my sales reps' knowledge of our sales and our systems through video. I'm trying to poach talent through video. I'm trying to, educate or have an faster onboarding process through video. So you have to use it as a tool, and things like this, AI does not work well in that. It needs a human touch, it needs a human element, and it needs a very creative person. So that's our experience with AI. You let us know in the comments, what did you think about the video? What did you think about using AI? Have you used AI? Do you use it as a business? Let us know.